especially after I put them in the care of people I paid to watch my children, to watch my child. Dead, cooked from the situation in which I put myself in just yesterday. For those who don't understand, in the past 24 hours, the reason I haven't seen me, and probably the reason why I even still sound funny now, is because I ended up having to go to a hospital to get IV. I'm thinking it would be something that would be very easy to just do and go about your business. I've had a headache literally for the last 24 hours. And this story was sent to me. And I couldn't believe it. Right after I did something, right after everybody's like, everybody knows this. This story happens again. Again. With professionals. People who are paid to look after your kid. You come to pick up your kid. And as you came to pick up your kid, you know what happened? They searched for your kid. You walked with them. They went and looked at the last place they could remember. The bus. And they took your kid on a trip. And somehow they forgot your 3-year-old child in that car. And you see how I labored to bring it. That child apparently might have been asleep. But imagine that child trying to breathe like I was trying to. Imagine that child afraid and alone, begging, pleading, dying, suffocating. Because for those who don't understand, that's what I felt like. I was suffocating. And you see your child. All the fluids gone. Baked to death. Let's take a look at this story, guys. I just can't believe it happened. Again. Afterwards. Let's take a look. We're following breaking news in Northwest Harris County where a child has died after being left in a hot daycare van, according to deputy constables. Constables are investigating right now in the 8,000 block of Antoine, where at around 7 p.m. the 18-month-old child's body was discovered. Deputy constables say it appears the child was left in the van for about 4 hours. The child was transported to the hospital where they were later pronounced dead. The victim has not been named. What people do, obviously, throw something in the back that's meaningful to your wallet. Something if you have a child in the back. I want you to pay attention to the glare on the officer's head. It said, it's night. To get that child out. And they're sweating. This is a completely avoidable thing. The officer admits, I'm going to show you guys this in the full link on the description box, where you can see the entire interview that the cops gave. The black cop beside him, and it's at night. The black cop beside him is wiping sweat off of his head. They're standing outside, they're ventilating. He's wiping sweat off of his head at night. Imagine. You saw the sweat just coming out of me. So much so that people apparently thought I hired Lucas Light Magic and had somebody spray bottle and water on me, but you guys didn't see it in a continuous video where there were no cuts. But somehow somebody was spraying, I guess they was inside of me and was spraying it. Like now with Pluto Nash was inside of me spraying the water out. I don't know. But that's apparently what they were saying I was doing. Well, let's just pretend that is what I was doing. Why do you care? Why do you care that it was all special effects and makeup? There was a point made. Pretend to play itself out. Child's life. The man is sweating, just telling the story at night. That's hard at the moment and all the things that we have going on, but when you're talking about a child and a child's life, there's no price tag. That's right. But it's real sad that we even have to tell the story and ask people, hey, make sure you don't do this. Why would I have to tell it in a grown person? Why? Apparently that is what people do. Now, they have not released the boy's name. But let me tell you, a 3-year-old boy was left behind in a hot daycare van after a field trip died in West Houston. Around 7 p.m., the father arrived at the Discovery Inn Academy in Ingram, block of Harrisburg to pick up his son. Two people, the driver and the chaperone, have been detained for questioning. The constable said that the child was amongst 28 children participated in